Hey guys, Jacob Gago here. Can a full 100% charge in the new Model 3 Performance really take us from Los Angeles to Las Vegas without leaving us stranded? I'm putting it to the test, risking it all to see if we can make it on a single charge. We'll also tackle a drive back from Las Vegas to Los Angeles with unpredictable winds, hills, and traffic. Will the Model 3 Performance live up to the hype? Let's find out. The first step, I need to actually book the hotel and also the event. Need to buy my ticket. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. We'll pack and hit the road. Alrighty guys, I just booked my hotel. So we're about to spend about $600 on this short 2-day trip, really. Alright, so let's hurry up and pack because it's already 8:30 and I was supposed to be on the road by now. Alright, so I got my handy dandy luggage. Yo guys, I gotta say something. You see this luggage? I've literally been everywhere for this. Nigeria, France, Japan, other states. Do you guys have a luggage like that? Like you just held on to it, even though you know you gotta upgrade it, but you got so many memories with it. Am I the only one? Am I the only one hoarding? Nah, I know I'm not the only one. Alrighty guys, we're on the way to Las Vegas. But before then, I'm gonna stop for breakfast. I'm expecting this whole trip to take like 4 hours and I was supposed to be on the road a while ago. So yeah, we're gonna have to break a lot of rules today. Of course, drive the speed limit. So let's get some breakfast first and then we'll see how long this whole trip is gonna take us. All right guys, got my Panera bread. If you didn't know, this video is actually sponsored by nobody, because you guys don't hit the damn like button and subscribe. Hit it. Hit the like button and subscribe so I can get sponsorships. It's that simple. Stop being
Donkey. 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 Donkey's donkeys. Donkey. 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 Donkey.
While I was waiting for my order, this guy started talking to me. He told me whenever he's charging, he's driving around with his electric scooter. And I'm like, that's actually not a bad idea. I've always wanted to get one, but he motivated me. So if you know anything about electric scooters, let me know which ones you recommend in the comments below. All right, next step, let's head over to the charging station. I'm actually excited. This is my second road trip, but longest road trip with the Tesla Model 3 Performance. We had a Santa Barbara trip, which put on over 200 miles. And now this should probably put on over 500 miles. You know, sometimes I wave and I forget how tinted my windows are. I should probably stop waving because they never respond back. All right, let's, damn it. This is a packed station. Let's see. All right, let's go ahead and charge. All right, so what sucks obviously about owning a EV is the time of waiting. Damn. Yeah, an hour. Why the hell is it busy? We don't have an hour, guys. Yeah, we might have to relocate. I don't think we're gonna be able to charge all the way. I didn't think it was gonna be busy today. We're gonna go to another station where I know they have the ultra fast chargers. Definitely it's gonna eat into our time, but unfortunately, we're gonna have to just do what we have to do because I don't have an hour or 45 minutes to worry about charging. This sandwich sucks. Like legit. All right, I made it. Hopefully nobody is at the super fast station. I think I see availability. Heck yeah. In case you guys didn't know, don't park next to people. Give that gap, especially when it's shared networks. And you'll know if it's shared because like for example, it would say 3A, 3B. But if it's not shared, it would just say 3A or something and then 4A, 5A and so forth. Done.
1 hour later.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, our charge is finished. That took 50 minutes. It definitely sucked. So let's plan our trip right now. Okay, gang, so we're at 100%. Okay, looks like we had 1 mile battery degradation so far. 296 is what I usually get, but now 100% gave us 295. So yes, that whole 303 they say online, it's still yet to happen. I highly doubt it's gonna happen, but there it is. So let's go ahead and put in our destination. There it is, Rio Hotel. I wish I could just fly there, oh my God. Oh, so it looks like we gotta stop again. I probably won't stop, let's see. There's a bunch of chargers there. So I might actually just forsake the charger and get there with 10% battery, maybe take the risk. Let's see how we feel by that time. All right, there it is. 4 hours, 30 minutes. Oh my God, I just added 30 minutes to this whole damn trip. We'll be there by 3:19. How sad, 12%. So let's see how true that is. All right, gang, so let's go ahead and head over. We're done charging. 4.5 hours on the road. Yeah, I'm gonna just like listen to some audiobooks. Maybe, I don't think I'll watch a movie. Have some stuff to do for business. I had 2 calls, just finished one. I have 1 more to go for the accessories video. Might have a sponsor. Definitely looking forward to that. But damn, I don't really listen to music much in the car, even though I'm a producer, because I hear music so much. If I'm listening to music, it's usually just like a lo-fi jazz or like something classical. But I hardly listen to like crazy booming music, to be honest. But there's times when I do feel like, you know, being ratchet in the car, you know. All right, guys, the trip has officially started. Oh my gosh, this guy is throwing rocks on my windshield. Those trucks, oh my gosh. Anyways, trip has officially started. So we're about to put the car on FSD, AKA autopilot. So let's go ahead and do that. This is probably one of the biggest selling points of a Tesla. Is FSD great? I'll do a video on that. I'm still trying things out. It's almost about to be a month. When I was first trying it, it was super annoying, super annoying. But after fiddling with some of the settings and turning off HOV lanes and all that stuff, it's been way better. But there are times when it's slow, like right now, and I'm telling it to speed up, but it's not speeding up. Also, some weird stuff about it is, you know, the camera now is staring at you. Before, you didn't have to stare at it. You just had to keep moving the steering wheel. Now you still gotta nudge the steering wheel. I think a new update's coming out where you don't have to nudge it anymore as long as you're looking. This thing is really looking at you. When I first had my Model 3 2021, it definitely was not looking at you. Like, you could look away for a long time and it'll never bug you. But now, if you're not looking at the road for about 7 to 10 seconds, it's gonna nudge you. Maybe even less than 10 seconds. Which can get annoying, but it's for safety, I get it. But I can't wait for the whole nudge update to come out because it is annoying. Like, come on, it's supposed to be full self-driving. It's in the name, right? So it looks like we should slow down a bit for energy consumption. But I'm gonna drive the way I wanna drive. If we had a long range, for sure, this wouldn't be so much of a concern. But we don't have a long range. We settle for performance. This thing has been jumping 9%, 10%, 11%, now it's 13.2%. Now it's 10%. So it is gonna variate, obviously. So yeah, I'll check in with you guys in about an hour. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some coffee, some Starbucks, and then get some food, and then we continue our journey. All right, gang, got my food and my Starbucks. So we're gonna go ahead and continue our trip. We're at Mojave right now. So yeah, and it's freaking hot. It's 96 degrees. So far, looking under trip A, we have done 70 miles, which is about 19 kilowatt hours. The Tesla Model 3 Performance has about 75 kilowatt hours, so we still have some battery to go. Based off of current driving conditions, we're doing about 278 watt hours per mile. So let's keep driving and see where we are at 100 miles. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we just hit 100 miles on the trip. We're actually not doing bad. The watts per mile has been dropping. That was literally above 350 earlier, and now it's 262, which makes me happy because that means we're using far less energy per mile. We've already burned 26 kilowatts on 100 miles. Whether that's good or not, I don't know, but I would say it's pretty decent. We have about 180 miles left of battery, which equates to 61%, about 153 miles to go, 2 hours, 32 minutes. At first, this actually said 5% will be the battery will be arriving at, but it ended up increasing dramatically. It's now saying 18%, which is pretty shocking to me, to be honest. So that means there's been a lot of efficient driving that has been happening here. So yeah, as of now, it says 18.2%. I did stop, for food and Starbucks, so some of the data got erased. But it was basically saying that, winds were in my favor and also staying around 70-ish miles. So here's where things look like right now. If we keep driving, projecting 218 mile range, And then the average watts per mile about 222. So we're actually not doing too bad. Really good news there. Let's keep driving and I'll check in with you guys maybe at the 200 mile mark and see where our numbers are. Okay gang, so we just hit 200 miles for over an hour. So once again, this is since the charge, and then the trip A is me starting it a little late, so about 7 miles apart, but it's still pretty accurate. So you could see that I have done 200 miles. We've used 58 kilowatt hours. So more likely that is pretty true that the total battery is 75 kilowatt hours. And we're ranging at about 280 watts per mile. It was a little lower, like 275, but I am finally picking up the speed. So I've been driving basically 70 to 80 miles per hour. So if we look at the chart here, it says that 25 miles was used more. If I was below 70, I was at 70, if not 80. Look, you can see literally people passing me, literally in the fast and slow lane. So I don't really think the speed here was that much, but apparently we used 25.6 miles more. So I understand how much wind could also affect your mileage. So we switched this over. This is definitely not right. There's no way that is that high. I think it's because we're going uphill. So that makes all the perfect sense in the world. Otherwise, it's never been that high. And then we could switch over to rated. So again, we've been in the green around this area. That's where we had to stop. But from that time on, it's been green. So there it is. So we are still going uphill, but it's saying that it cost us about 58.1 miles and then going downhill saved 37.7 miles. And you can see that me going above 70, I mean, 10 miles sort of a lot for EVs, but not that much. So question of the day is, am I gonna stop? I have about 60 miles left, which is exactly 20%. There is a charger on the way, about 13 miles away. But for the whole destination, we have 54 miles to go. So if you do the math, that means I'm gonna arrive at 5 miles. And I know that's not right because that is taking into account what's currently happening on the road. So we are going uphill. So I don't believe that that is going to be actually what happens. I don't think I'm gonna stop. I feel like I should. So now you guys can see we're going downhill. There's a downhill coming up. And essentially, the number is not going up. So at first it was 5 miles for destination. Now it's about 7 miles. So it's all driving dependent. So it's gonna keep switching. All right guys, so I was actually gonna stop at a charger because I was not gonna take the risk because I'm already like late in the terms of the time. So I just wanted to, make sure I'm not wasting any more time. But however, I'm gonna take the risk for you guys. Quite honestly, the whole point of the video is to see whether from Los Angeles, will the Tesla be able to make it all the way to Vegas without stopping? And I think it can, so we're gonna do it. However, the first charger I see going into Las Vegas, we're taking it. Because I definitely don't wanna be pushing my boundaries here. So what that does mean is we're gonna skip this charger, and although it has 32, we're gonna grab the nearest one that's not in Vegas yet. So wherever that whole, wherever the airport is, boom, we're gonna take, let's take this one, yeah, because they have more stalls. I just don't wanna risk it. But yeah, anyways, we're going to be able to make it, I believe so. We're about 36 miles away, 58 miles. So it's gonna be a little over, 15? So, yeah, let's see how this goes. So we're gonna go ahead and navigate while autopilot is moving. And yes, I am still paying attention on the road. So if we see that right, we should be arriving at 6%. So it's worth trying. Obviously we could tell the whole time this thing has been fluctuating. So just keep in mind, once we pass this charger, that's basically it till we get to Vegas. roughly 36 minutes away, 37 miles. So roughly 20 miles to go, according to our current state of charge. Turn down the AC a little bit, save on battery. Something that I should mention, I never compromise my comfort for range, unless like it's really, really dire need. I'm keeping my AC on the way I want it. I'm driving the way I want it, because that's the way it should be. I see so many people online making changes against what they want just to save on range. And I think that's bondage, honestly. That's like, why are you doing that? So for me personally, I don't compromise anything. So what you see is what you're more likely gonna get. If you drive a lot slower than me, you don't blast AC past maybe 3, then you're good. But I haven't actually blasted any AC past 3. I think I've stayed the max at 3, but whatever it is, if you drive better and you're not blasting AC, you should be getting better range than I am. Every time I'm passing this when I come to Vegas, this is how I know I am almost there. So now I know that they have chargers in there, because the last time I came here, they did not have chargers here. So yeah, this is like my, oh my God, we're almost there moment. I've been in this car for almost 4 hours, but to be honest, it didn't feel like that. It felt pretty fast. It was long, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that like I want to do that again. Sure, I could have caught a flight. In fact, I think the last time I told myself I'm gonna be catching flights now to anything like San Francisco and Vegas, but I literally thought the event I'm going to is in July. I just happened to be on social media yesterday and I saw an ad saying tomorrow we're gonna be releasing new products at the FSEXPO, which is where I'm going. I could not believe it. So I barely even slept. I slept like around almost closer to 2 a.m. just finding hotels, booking, and just setting up the trip. So, you know, definitely could have planned this whole thing better, but it is what it is. All right, everyone, we are exactly at 10%, and that equates to about 30 miles. So looking here, we have done a little over 250 miles since our last charge, roughly 267 watt hours per mile. So definitely an improvement. So it went down, and we have about 11 more miles to go. And so we should make it with like 20, 21 miles by the time we get there. So we're looking good. We're looking really good. So it was worth taking the risk. It looks like, at least. So I took it off FSD, so I'm going now driving. We're looking good so far, and we'll check in. It looks like the next time I'll check in is at the station. All right, everyone, I see something. I see Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas. It's crazy because I've been here so many times and it always feels like it's new. We have arrived at the chargers. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, they got mad chargers here. Oh, it's premium outlets. All right, guys, we made it to Las Vegas. We arrived at 24 miles, which is 8%. And we used 256 miles and 66 kilowatt hours, average of 257. So yeah, guys, question of the day is, can you drive from Los Angeles to Las Vegas in one drive? You can. And I just proved it just before you cross the state lines. If you drive like the way I do, 70 to 80 miles per hour, then you might be tempted to stop at a charger because you're gonna be below 20% with 50 miles left. And if you don't have the, cojones for that, then you're gonna have to stop and charge. But the main question is, can you make it? 100% you can. Make sure to stick around. We're gonna drive back to Los Angeles from Las Vegas. The results will actually surprise you. But before then, I'm gonna explore the event for the next 2 days and then we'll head back. Vegas is hot. I can't believe how hot it is right now, actually. All right, guys, made it to Vegas. I am hot, literally, spiritually, physically. We have about an hour of the event left. See what we could catch. We're just gonna walk in like a boss. Yo, the Nevada heat is crazy. How do people live here? This thing is wild. I feel like passing out. But I won't pass out, because I didn't drive 4 hours to pass out. Let's go ahead and find the event and register and go from there. All right, so just finished the first day. You know, something about always getting into a new hobby. You don't know anybody, so you just walk around till you meet people, or till you kind of eye people that look like you could be friends with them. I don't know, but I met some really cool people. I have no problems meeting people. You only live once, enjoy. And you know, I got into the new flight sim hobby since I was a kid. Literally always wanted to fly airplanes. That's like what I thought was gonna be my childhood dream, but life decided to say no. But you know, you only live once, so do what you love. Just go at it, you know? It doesn't matter if you know people or not. You're gonna meet people. Definitely looking forward to it. But yeah, we'll just get back to the car right now and go from there. All right, guys, so we're about to head back to LA. I'm gonna go ahead and charge the car to 100%. Right now we're at 32%. So right now I'm just gonna go ahead and reset everything now, so we don't forget. Not too much of a busy station, but it says it will take about an hour. So definitely gonna go in and do some shopping. It's charging life. Guess that's what we signed up for. Okay, guys, so I definitely took too long shopping. You can see I bought a really nice bag. I got the Deadpool pop, some shoes, and food. But I definitely went overboard on the charging. And they give you a limit. So let's see if I got overcharged. I haven't been charged for that before. So it's like $1 a minute for like idle fees. Let's see if I got charged for this finally. No, I don't think I got charged for idle fees. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so here we are. We have charging done. All right, now time to head back to LA. We're gonna do the same thing we did when we came over. So I paid about $29.07, 100%. Previously it was $2.96. Now it looks like some battery degradation. I get $2.95. On the way here, we got $2.95, and now going back to LA, we get $2.97. So here we are. I reset the trip. We're good to go. Since last charge, everything's at 0, perfect. So let's go ahead and see if this takes us all the way to LA. All right, so navigating towards LA, it looks like it's telling me I need to stop in between there. I probably wouldn't do it just because I know we've been fine, but let's go ahead and see if we can remove all charging stations. So if I calculate everything correctly, it's gonna be a 4-hour trip. Gonna be home around 11 p.m., 251 miles. So we're gonna definitely make it, but depending on driving conditions, if it's windy, it's more hills, whatever it is, this could change things. So we should be arriving with 12%. It might be a little less as I'm suspecting, but so let's get started. All right, guys, so we just hit 100 miles, drove an hour, 25 minutes. Our watt hours per mile right now is 307, and we've used already 31 kilowatts, 59%, and 172 miles left. We have 149 miles left and 172. So if you do the math, about 22-ish miles. Right now it does say we'll reach at 3%, but I do feel like it would be a little higher. So I'm gonna just leave that for now. We might even get a warning, and yeah, there it is. Just saying that to stay below 70. Right now we're at 75. So right now we're about 20 miles apart. That's not too good, but you know, depending if you get like a downhill or uphill, whatever it is, it might actually get better. So I do believe before the trip ends, this 3% will be a lot more higher. We could definitely slow down to 70, but I honestly don't want to because it'll take a little longer. We have already shaved off 3 minutes, so I don't want to keep this momentum going. And like I said earlier, I don't like to compromise my driving just for range. Obviously, when it... Look at that. You guys got that in real time. One or more side cameras, whatever. Okay, it's gone now. But anyways, with that being said, guys, like I'll check in again on the next 100 miles, but we're moving. So yeah, with that being said, I think we're doing not too bad. If we switch over to the graph here, I know this looks really wonky, but you can see right now we're going downhill. I don't know if you guys can see that. So I do expect this number to go down. So that makes perfect sense. You can see it's coming back down. So this has been a very uphill, downhill situationship. Again, we are consuming a little more. So it looks like we're fighting with some winds. Yeah, it says that we stayed around 70. We were going at 80, honestly, for like a good 50 miles. So I know that definitely affected our mileage. But again, I'm not gonna compromise my driving. So yeah, I'll check in again with you guys and see where our efficiency is. All right, guys, a little change of plans. I said that I was going to check on the next 100 miles, but a lot has changed. So we just hit the next 50 miles, so 150 miles in total. And you could see 49 kilowatts has been burned, and our watts per mile are not good. On the way there, I think we were at 260, 270, like 265-ish. So right now it's not looking good. So if we have 100 miles left on battery and we have 100 miles left till destination, that's not looking good at all. So going back might actually be a surprising plot twist, to be honest. It might actually be a stop that I have to do. I actually might have to do it. So what I was gonna do was take the risk up until right here towards Victorville. So we'll see where we are in Victorville. Let's see if we get any improvements like around this area. If there's any improvement in range, then I'll push it to Palmdale. Otherwise, I might have to actually fill up in Victorville. But the way it looks like right now, we might actually have to stop. This is 100% different from when we were going to Vegas. Definitely we made it without needing to stop and charge, but it looks like for this, we will have to stop. But I don't know yet. Let's see what happens. I feel like a lot of this has to do with the fact that we are going back more uphill versus when we were coming down more downhill. Switching to the consumption here, you could see that, you know, it's been up and down. So we're not doing too bad, but we're doing bad. Going into the drive here, burnt about 36 miles more according to this. And it says that, see, this is closer to what I was thinking. So we'll arrive with 5 miles left. So not a good drive. The speed was roughly 70 to 80, no more than 80. But right now it's also at 75. So yeah, we'll see what happens here. Okay, gang, it's official. I am going to stop for the charger. Unfortunately, it looks like the stats and everything just got worse. We have 83 miles to go for destination. However, 71, now 70 miles is what we have for charge. And look at that, perfect timing. So it just told me that charging needed to reach destination. So I'm not gonna mess with that. It's already late. And worst thing is to get stranded in this scary freaking desert. I know you guys can't see the moon, but the moon even looks scary right now. Anyways, so yeah, we're gonna have to, and then I keep getting this freaking full self-driving camera error. So looks like something's blocking it or what, I don't know, but yes, I'm gonna go ahead and navigate to this and we'll get the battery to start preconditioning. All right, so I'm charging in a pretty sketch area. So do got my cameras open, but anyways, it's one thing also I hate about charging it late, but it is what it is. All right, guys, so we have about an hour, 20 minutes left. Unfortunately, I did have to stop for some electricity. So where we are, obviously things are gonna change when I start back and take out the charger, but everything here is gonna reset except for trip A. So we're gonna be focusing on trip A going forward. It's gonna tell us our kilowatts that we have killed and also, you know, what the watt hours per mile was, and then also, you know, total miles. So anyways, we have about 2 minutes left. All right, so we are done. Not exactly at 50%, but we don't need it all the way. So here we go. Everything is to 0 because obviously we just removed the charger. So we're gonna be focusing on trip A. So let's go ahead and hit back the road. How sketch is that? I was the only one. I mean, thankfully more people came, but damn. So guys, I do want to point something out. If you see right here on under trip A, there's 72 kilowatt hours. So why do I care about that? Well, that's technically the full battery pack for the Model 3 Performance. I believe that's the same thing for the Highland. And so you could see that on this trip, we really only got 226 miles. So we burned 317 watts per mile. So yeah, that was actually pretty inefficient drive on the way back from Las Vegas to LA. So stopping for that charge was like a no-brainer. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I am finally home. So we have 256 miles, 78 kilowatt hours, 303 watt hours per mile is what was done. So it's a great idea considering that the total kilowatts is around 72 or at 72.5, whatever it was. So we went over by 6 kilowatts. So it's a great idea that we went ahead and stopped to charge the car. So yes, the first time around when we went to Vegas, we were able to get a lot more efficiency, and a lot of that came from, driving around 65 to 75, and here and there we had 80, but there were some go slow moments, so we were not really driving 70 to 80 all the way like we did. Also, some things that helped on the way to Vegas was some winds, so we were going with the wind. So that means the car was being pushed as well. Whereas coming back, it was kind of the opposite. Also on top of that, there were a lot of downhills coming from LA versus now when we were coming back, those downhills became uphills, right? And then also the wind, we had some crosswind. And if I'm losing you with all this wind stuff, it's okay. The point is when you're going against the wind, you're going to be a lot more, obviously it's going to take more power, right? But when you're going with wind, it takes less power. So it kind of pushes the car. And then crosswind is when the wind is hitting the side of your car rather than coming from the front or from the back. So let's go ahead and look at the energy stats. So this, I don't really believe it will be super accurate because, again, we had to stop for charging, but just to show for the people that are curious. But again, this is not going to be from the top. All right, and there it is again. And then here goes the consumption average over a 30-mile range. So you could see that there was a time where we were going down slope and then started coming back up again. So guys, if you can't tell, I am crazy tired. I am like literally exhausted. That was a 4-hour drive. It's actually a little over 4 hours because we had some stops, but it was a 4-hour drive. Hopefully I was able to answer whether the Tesla Performance was going to be able to make it from LA to Las Vegas without any stops. The first time around we were able to make that, but the second time around we had to stop and charge. Let me know in the comments below what you thought was going to happen. As always, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you guys on the next one.